All right, guys, Gaming Compute, what's up? We are back again with an episode. We're going to start talking about some stuff. We're going to start talking about TikTok and TikTok Shop. I just got out of a webinar that's for everybody. It's not like anything that I have like special access to. I'll talk more about that upcoming. But for now, I want to talk about this article I'm working on based on that episode. So let's talk about it. We are looking at TikTok spring trend forecast, the live stream. So I'm going back and I've taken notes and I'm gonna post them on the blog, the Medium blog, which is the Gaming Compute blog on Medium basically. And let's go through some of the topics. So basically, it was supposed to be 30 minutes. It went to like maybe 42 minutes. It took me a couple minutes to kind of get into it. Because I had registered maybe 30 minutes earlier when I actually checked my emails. And I was just mostly wanting to see if it was, is it valuable? Is it just going to be like nonsense? By the time I tuned in, they were already hitting the ground running and they were just starting out. So the main topics they discussed were spring trends, so the spring season of 2024, and how people can address the trends that they refer to as big moments. Primarily, with consumeristic culture and capitalism and things, we do tend to look at holidays. So holidays and different things like Black History Month. Part of me likes seeing, Black owned businesses, shops being kind of promoted, supported. But I don't know. Another part of me is like, is it just for the money? I mean, not I'm a Black content creator. I'm not trying to say that people are doing it for the money. I'm talking about TikTok in general. But I mean, they have the right to make money off of it too, and it's I kind of sometimes see the same issue with anything. Pride Month has become another one of those things where people didn't want to support LGBT rights or anything, and now people use it as an opportunity of a whole month of the year where people are going to be spending on anything with a rainbow on it. You know, I've seen that develop in my lifetime where it's like, I don't see the support, I don't see people supporting. And then it changed and people started supporting. So it's like, is it legit support or some of these major corporations really being supportive, like to their staff and to their customers? Or is it just, oh, I can make more money off of this time period, just like people do during the Super Bowl or Christmas or Black Friday or whatever? I mean, we're to judge, like it's, is it good for everyone? In a way, I can see that it can be good for everyone. Everyone makes more money. But is there exploitation? And then maybe limited support through the rest of the year? Like when it comes to like LGBT rights or like Black, owned businesses, like where does the support go all the other months? You know, why only support Black owned businesses during the month of February? You know, they're around before February, they're around during February, they're around after the month. You know, I don't know. But then the alternative is, you know, for underserved populations and under promoted populations of people, not just black people, not just LGBT people. There are multiple other minority groups that don't get maybe the attention or the promotion. It's good to see that there is some promotion. I feel like it could be better, but they got to start somewhere. And, you know, I'm not against it. I could be against it depending which angle it's coming at, but I don't really have a problem with people making money off of other people as long as it's not like an exploitative thing. Like, okay, let's make money off of them during this month, but then hate on them the rest of the year. And then there's information coming out that these are like hate groups or whatever. Like that kind of thing is like, all right, you made your buck and now you're kind of like not being supportive like in real life. So that is kind of a whole different thing. But I mean, Black History Month is almost up. At the time of this recording, it's February 21st of 2024. And um yeah, it's February 21st, and the month ends on February 28th. So yeah, this content creator is called Sell with TikTok Shop underscore US. So that's who hosted the live stream. I liked what they had to say. It's a lot of good information. So I'm going to blow through some of it. You'll see more in the blog post. You'll see more in um, mainly the blog post, but I'll keep posting about it throughout the month, I believe, to see kind of more details into it because this is just going to be a general overview. But of course, you guys know how I am. I always have my questions. So, you know, I like to deep dive into things instead of just looking at the surface of like, oh, how can I make money? It's like, no, there's more to it. You know, the money comes from somewhere. How do these systems work? And do I want to be a part of something that is ever, you know, stepping on other people's toes? I don't. It's not always easy to be fully informed, but, you know. So that's kind of the main um, purpose of the live stream was to look into tips, to look into big moments, trends for spring. Um, and so let's see what else they looked at. They talked about the importance of brand story. So they gave the example of black owned businesses to have a brand story. Uh, since it's Black History Month, they talk about things like a brand story is behind the scenes, sneak peeks, design and manufacturing spaces for creation of a product or even a service, leveraging the green screen if you don't really have actual access. I've never used the TikTok green screen. I was excited to hear about that. Um, interactive engagement is something else they talked about. It helps the audience feel like the product is tailor made for them. So, using interactive engagement, they talked a lot about hashtags. So let me see. I'm gonna divide this up. I'm writing this as I'm talking. Um, so they had those methods like interactive engagement. They have hashtags that they recommended people to use. Um, so hashtag shop black, hashtag shop black owned, hashtag Black History Month. Um, March 8th is International Women's Day. So they had hashtag International Women's Day, hashtag Women Owned, and what they talked about there, um, they talked about product enhancing routines, products enhancing routines. I know that not all women are into like, you know, the beauty niche. You know, I'm one of those people that really I don't buy makeup or anything other than like lotion, soap, shampoo, conditioner, um, chapstick. I really don't deodorant and stuff like that. Like I really don't purchase other things. I mean, the most I would say I own for makeup, I have a lip gloss, but I kept it because my great grandmother gave it to me. It was a gift. I think I've used it maybe once, and I think it tasted like candy or something. I've had it for probably like 10 years, maybe more. I don't even know if you're supposed to use them past that. It's more of like a something someone gave me. She gave me this little harmonica too. So it's more like a sentimental thing. It's not something I'm really using. I tried it. I don't feel like I need my lips to be that glossy, but that's just my own preference. And yeah, so as far as products that enhance daily routines, like for women, it's not only, you know, those kind of like nail polish and lipsticks and things, eyelashes and whatnot. Um, I mean, there are women who are not so, gender conforming, and there are mask presenting women with more masculine styles too. I mean, they use all kind of products too, if that's what they prefer, and some don't, Like, I know plenty of women that wear Axe deodorant and Old Spice and, you know, that kind of thing. So I don't know, not ever, like just trying to even think outside the box sometimes. I think it would be a good idea um, to address all kinds of women. Um, and they talk, I mean, that's just my addition to this conversation. They didn't really mention that, but I think usually when people think of products enhancing daily routines, they think of, oh, like makeup and things like that. Um, but there's other stuff, like meal prep, supplies and, like what kind of stuff do you do on a day to day? You're driving to work. It's a rainy or snowy season, depending where you're living. You might need some extra little rain, like portable raincoat things to keep in the car, or something to keep your shoes dry when you're walking into work. If you have to park far and walk, and sometimes you have, I don't know what people wear. Maybe people wear heels, but the weather doesn't always obey what you need it to. And, you know, I don't wear heels, but I can't imagine trying to, like, say if I work downtown in LA, like downtown LA, and was parking in one of those parking structures that wasn't attached to a building where I was working and had to walk. And if I had my work shoes on, even in the type of LA rain that we get out here, it would still not be ideal. Um, Even when I do deliveries for Uber Eats, I have like athletic shoes and they have like mesh, that breathable mesh, and my shoes still get wet. It's not soaked, but it's uncomfortable enough, you know. My socks still get wet, and that's just walking, to or from like my car to like a restaurant, or like to somebody's apartment doorstep or something. It's not that big of a deal. Um, I'm not walking like 2, 3 blocks to get into work. So even if you had like some kind of booties, waterproof booties for people that you can actually walk in them, but maybe they like cover your shoes or something. Those types of things I would consider products that enhance daily routines. And it's kind of seasonal too. Um, behind the scenes. They mentioned in general, so this wasn't just for like women's International Women's Day, but looking at things like behind the scenes, addressing product problems, uh, female-owned uh, businesses and relatable content. So that I think is more on point. The female-owned businesses and relatable content, and all the other stuff. They're just other things to add to methods. So I'm gonna move that to the methods explanation. And so then they talked about, because they mixed everything kind of in, another holiday, March 17th for St. Patrick's Day. Um, they mentioned things like fit check videos, products around green outfits, festive wardrobes, day to night transitions of, maybe what you'd wear at work, and then if you're going out for drinks at night or something, uh, different types of swag, I guess. Parades. Then there's also April Fool's Day. I'm moving some of these hashtags. They mentioned hashtags such as hashtag green outfits, hashtag green makeup, hashtag April Fool's Day, and yeah, fit check videos, outfits, green outfits. They also mentioned, this is something that would be like in my mom's niche, tabletop transformations, table decor. She does a lot of before and after cooking, um, puzzles, coloring, stuff like that, crafting days and gardening and stuff. And, there's a community that's kind of maybe likes low key topics or things like that. They kind of gravitate towards her videos. A lot of like older people, men and women, retired people, gravitate towards her content. And let me just write April Fool's Day. I didn't get everything that they said about April Fool's Day, but they were just talking about, you know, using a, what do you call it? Like making like a shoppable video with a discount, like a hidden discount. Uh, I don't know how into um like prank videos and all that kind of stuff people are nowadays. I know a lot of those pranksters kind of got themselves into trouble, unfortunately, for bothering people. Um, and let me see. People asked questions and they answered. They did a Q&A. Oh, this is a lot more information than I thought. They did a Q&A. So they asked about shop health. If you're having an issue with shop health, you can open up a ticket. I currently am in the middle of an appeal for something that I don't understand that was going on last Friday. I don't know. They said that like my funds account got frozen for now or whatever. I don't even think there's like a real reason because I haven't even posted anything. But I had a TikTok shop before. I closed it on another account. Maybe I opened this other one too soon, which was the same day I closed the other one because there was still stuff pending, but it did allow me to do it. And it said, "Congratulations, welcome, it's approved." And then right away, within a couple minutes, I got another message saying that there's a freeze. Like, I mean, there's no money in there anyways. I just set it up, so it's not really a big deal to me right now, but I really want to figure out what happened. My shop health seems to be fine though, but um, that's another episode for another time. But I'm going to be talking more about TikTok and my experiences with it because I did get into TikTok shop earlier, but it was with a drop shipping Shopify store, and I did want to go back into it, but not that same method. Let's see. So they asked if there's still going to be a 1 hour hold while going live. She didn't really respond with too much detail. Um, uh, they were uncertain and could not answer. And they wanted recommendations for going, well, they wanted recommendations for engagement. Um, so improving engagement, I guess I would put. They said to go live weekly and set teaser videos like during the week or during the days upcoming, like toward when you're actually gonna go live. Um, let me see. So that was for improving live engagement specifically. Um, they asked if there were minimum amount of followers. Um, like, do you need to have like a certain amount of followers to be able to open a TikTok shop account? The answer was no. You don't need a minimum amount of followers or to be following a minimum amount of people. They talked about this concept of shoppable videos. The explanation of that is, when you pin a product link into a video. So we've seen those. We've seen a lot of shoppable videos. If you're on TikTok a lot, you'll see a lot of shoppable videos. So about getting more engagement while going live, I think that's the same. I think they asked this. I didn't catch that this is the same question. They mentioned here countdowns, teaser videos, incentives and discounts. So we have those incentives and discounts again. All right. I'm kind of editing as we go. Um, and then someone asked like when to start. I don't know what the exact question was. Um, when to start uh posting before a holiday or a big event, we'll call it. They mentioned that for St. Patrick's Day videos, start posting now. They recommend, build up the content and inventory early, create create around big moments now, and address a trend you want to try. And when they talk about engaging routines, so they kind of broke things down a little bit. They mentioned engaging routines. So what that is, uh, before and after, basically having like a before and after. Wait, am I reading it? Sorry. Yeah. Before and after, step by step, incorporating into any of the trends to showcase products. And then product showcase that's trying to drive a video with a bold statement to showcase an item. Or they mentioned like the show and tell technique, kind of like how you do as a kid in school when you bring an item out and you talk about it. Um, and then they talk about techniques that go into making specific items, or we're talking about, a detailed review. I used to do this a lot with like software or computer hardware. I would review a lot of stuff and I had fun doing it. Um, they mentioned responses to comments. if you have reviews or feedback on any of your products that did good, you can talk about that as well. They talked about community engagement, connecting with an audience, establishing a personal connection. I think podcasts are good for that because you kind of have all the analytics of what people want to hear, what they find as valuable, um, and that before and after transformation, driving a story and keeping view engagement, when people are like following a process. I've kind of done that on here with the drop shipping flop kind of situation that I did. I think that was like last summer. I can't believe how long that was. How long ago that was. And then reviewing analytics, checking engagement, checking your analytics. Okay. And then they have a content checklist here, which I found to be pretty important. I'm going to take all these steps that they mentioned. Put this all under methods. These are methods. Okay. And all right, going back down, we have that checklist. We're almost done. Okay, we're almost done. So the checklist, where they call it content ready checklist. These are the strategies that they talk about. They say when you have shoppable content, use a strong hook in the first 3 seconds. When you show the product, be creative. You can use things like tutorials, before and after, day in the life, product validators, what the product solves for, maybe benefits, addressing challenges. So, it always helps to have a product that, is good. Um, Something that people actually want to buy, that you can show that it has value. That's always helpful. Having a compelling call to action in your videos. So again, like incentivizing, discounts, hashtags, and content value. So for content, I'll put content and value. Basically, you're showing more content more often. So 3 to 4 times a day, posting videos that are 20 to 30 seconds. For preferably for shoppable videos. Remember, shoppable videos, you have your product link in the description or in the actual video clip. So I think this is a helpful list for anyone who's starting out. And we can expand on these things over time. I'm going to try some of this stuff and report on my experiences about it. I don't think I'm really interested in. What am I not interested in? There's a lot that I'm not interested in, guys. I'm not interested in these holidays. Don't interest me. Um, I mean, on a deeper level, St. Patrick's Day interests me, but not like the leprechaun wearing green, drinking at night, drinking, going out to bars, drinking and stuff. That's not. I mean, I get it. It's fun. I've had fun doing it in the past. It's just not really what I'm going to be up to this year. I'm kind of saving my money for other things. I've got some trips planned. They mentioned that spring sell, springs, I think it's sale. Spring sale registration is open. I don't know exactly what that is. I'm going to try to find out. They said you can register for campaigns. They have more live streams around trends forecasts. I think this was a very helpful live stream. I was only in it for maybe 30 something minutes, and this is all the value I got out of it. Like, there's a lot that you can strategize. Um, they have upcoming episodes, one coming out tomorrow. There's a bi monthly Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 11 Pacific. Um, they call it Logistics and Fulfillment, where you can learn about the different shipping methods that are available to you as a TikTok shop seller and understand your responsibilities for timely and reliable shipments. And they say it's hosted every other Thursday, which is why it's bi monthly. And then I put the link, their link for all of their episodes is at learnabouttiktokshop.splashthat.com. And there they show even more webinars. They have a product opportunities webinar, which is also Thursday, February 22nd at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific, 11 a.m. Pacific. It says join this session to learn all about product opportunities, a powerful new tool that helps sellers identify high demand products to sell on TikTok Shop. This feature, um, sorry, this feature provides sellers with personalized data and insights on popular products and search keywords with low competition. Enables sellers to align their product offerings with customer demand and maximize selling potential. We'll show you how it works and how to get started. You can click to register on that one too. So it looks like they have two going on at the same time. One's logistics and fulfillment, and the other one, which is on Zoom, and the other one is product opportunities webinar at the same time Thursday, tomorrow. Thursday, March 7th, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. They have a webinar, campaign and promotion webinar. Drive sales with campaigns and promotions. Sign up for TikTok Shop's first campaign and promotion webinar to unlock the potential of our various seller potential tools and gain insights into TikTok Shop spring sale to accelerate your business. Then they have rotating topics. You can click to register about February 26th of 2024. They have this spring sale and shoppable video center webinar. They have March 1st, 2024 free samples webinar and March 8th, 2024 monthly product updates webinar. I think, honestly, guys, this is going to be some valuable information. Because a lot of times it's like, okay, do you want to buy a course? Do you want to, flip and flop around, trying to like figure all this stuff out? Or do you have the ability to just watch their live streams and then practice it? Take notes like I did. It doesn't have to be even on a blog to post it for other people to see. Take notes for yourself and then create a strategy and try to stick to it every week, every couple weeks, every month, and then see, did I get any sales? Am I getting more traffic? Am I getting engagement? That alone is a good project just in and of itself. Um, I'm not saying don't take classes. I'm not saying don't pay for courses, but this is free and you could use it in addition to. I mean, of course, they're probably not going to go into the back end and like show you like all the details that you might learn in like a course or something, but you'd probably have the basics down, at least, right? So I don't know. I think this is going to be valuable, and let me see. Yeah, just stay tuned for um their upcoming webinars. TikTok Shop webinars. And I think it's going to be valuable. This is all the valuable information that I learned just from this one today. And I've never before tuned in. So I think it's valuable. I would say go ahead, check it out. If you're available. Let me see if you can still see any information on their live stream after the fact. So I'm on there. So they don't say live event. Let's see if I click it. I mean, the live event ended ages ago. It ended like an hour ago. And it's not showing anymore. Let's see. I'm trying to see if it shows up on their account. They have videos listed, but I don't know if it has the live streams. TikTok Shop at CES. I don't see any of the live streams. There's some information from it, like TikTok Shop Spring Sale, hashtag Shop Black, product opportunities. So they have old posts. They're kind of clips about what they were just saying in the notes that I was talking about, but I don't see their actual full live stream posted. And it's only 30 minutes or so. So it's really not that much out of your time if you can just get away and remember. I'm going to try to get into tomorrow's, but I might not be able to. I got like a tight schedule tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get into it, at least listen. I'll try to listen to as many of them as I can since I found this much valuable. But yeah, that's it for now. Hopefully this is helpful. It's kind of a shorter form. It's a little longer because I was kind of rambling, but a little bit of shorter form content here. I'm gonna post everything up with the blog and all that, and we're gonna break these down into shorter, smaller topics as we go along and test out some of these methods, and I'll be reporting back on how it works. With that, thanks for listening.